What's up, y'all? This is Rom coming back at you with yet another car video. That controversial British show, Naked Attraction, proves not only body game, but my other talking points. And you know what? One of my supporters on Patreon hit me to it yesterday. And so I checked it out, and I was like, man, I had to laugh. Now, the premise of Naked Attraction is very simple. It was a dating show out of Britain. And you'll get a contestant. They're looking for a date. And they get to choose among 6 people who are behind like these glass booths, right? And, you know, the thing is, all of them are butt naked behind those glass booths. All of them, every single one is butt naked among the glass booths. And indeed, the person choosing at some point, they have to get naked themselves. Yeah. So, and part of the thing is they would raise the front of the booths up slowly. So women would evaluate, or men evaluate the women on their their body parts, and they would actually make a choice based on just their body parts to start off with. Because the premise of the show is, when people are dating, they usually start off like with people showing on the inside, on the outside. But you want to get them naked, so they just did everything in reverse, start them off naked, and then get to the date. And first of all, it was just so interesting how they presented it, because each of the contestants, they were supposed to represent what the person choosing said they would like in a mate. Wait a minute, let me just turn on the frosters. All right. So, but the main thing was, I would say the main thing was how they were choosing. And it showed everything, and it proved so many points. Like one point, there was two things, because they were showing the men's penises and the women's vaginas, or at least the outside of their vaginas. And one of the things, it talked about, like, a lot of guys think they gotta have some big long joint to satisfy the woman. And because during the show, they would like actually have a little clip talking about like what surveys and stuff like that said, right? So they were saying that his girth is more important for women, because the women's most sensitive area is in the first 3 inches, or as they used to say in the barber shops in the hood, I'm just gonna stick in the head, baby. That's all you need. So yeah, so anyway, and then just showing the women's vagina. Something else I've always said. I've said it several times. I said women simply got different vaginas, so they ain't even the same down there. Only thing that they got in common is they have a vagina. So it was interesting, and how they did it. See, first they would just show the lower part, and the women would make a decision. And they would be looking at, oh, okay, he got nice legs. Oh, okay, he's standing confidently. They say he's standing confidently. They don't like his legs, too much hair and everything, right? And they were definitely looking at the man's penises. Commenting, and those smiles on their face. And the man's butt. Y'all remember I did that video with Miss Angel? And she said women like men's butts. They had the men, they had the men turn around. They were checking them out and everything. And I was just kind of skimming through it and everything, because, well, it's not like I got a job. Anyway. But they were checking them out. So, okay, they were checking out the lower part. Then they raised it up to the torso. And the women were checking out the torsos, right? Now, they started out with the body. What do I always say? Get your best body and see which women like it. And they all had different tastes, even when they showed the face. Now, here's the funny thing with the face. here's the funny thing with the face when they talked about it. They would talk about it in two terms. When they would mention a guy's face, they would be like trying to, saying he looks like this or he looks like that. What did I say before? I said when a woman really looks at a man's face, they're not measuring for his jawline or anything like that. They try and get an idea about his personality. And also they looking at his lips. They looking at his lips. That's a sexual thing. In fact, they did a little clip talking about how turned on women are by just kissing. Just by kissing. I was like, wow, haven't I said that? Haven't I said that? If not here on my Patreon, that's where I really go deep into sex and everything, sexual dynamics. Like the series I got on my Patreon now, been doing it the past month, got about another 6 weeks of doing it, is talking about what women want in the bedroom. But anyway, they looking at the man's face more for that. And I'm going to tell you what, it's not even necessarily you got to look like some super fashion model. Because these were just ordinary women, ordinary men and women. And they ain't like you just got to look like some, some Chad or something like that. In fact, a couple guys who look like they practiced extreme in the body game, which I'm going to start dividing in, like basic. Body game basic is just your best body. Body game extreme is becoming muscular. I'm going to start doing that from now on. Because some people ain't going to be muscular, but they can still get their best body. And there's still some women who will probably like it, But body game extreme is just being muscular. Now, there was a big muscular older guy who got picked. I'll talk about him in a second. So anyway, right? So, so they looking at everything. They looking at, started from the bottom to the top. And the men were doing the same thing, checking out the women's. Though I didn't like this one part. It was a brother one there, and he had said he liked asses. So they had these 6 flat butt white women on there. And I was like, I say the producer's definitely wearing black. Because brothers like a bud dunk, you can sit your drink on that joint. Because donkey ass. Shit, brothers like that big fat old ass. I said, shit, you get shit. We go at trance, we see something you can sit your drink on it. I had a couple girlfriends I did set my drink. I said, God damn, girl, hold on, let me get this cup right here. God damn. Anyway, though, oh yeah, I was checking out when they were checking out the women. Shit. I said some of them had some nice looking pussies. Some of them didn't. But the thing is, though, right? They were checking out the body first, and then they finally checked out the voice. This after they eliminated half the crew. Then they checked out the man's voice, and even then, he wasn't spitting no game or anything. So what if I said women? What if I always said women check out everything? In fact, there was one woman. She was actually turned on. She said she was turned on, and I forgot the term because I hadn't heard the term before. She was actually turned on by a man's smell from his armpits. So she actually put on a mask so she could get real close, but couldn't see their face. This was before the point she see their faces. She was smelling them, and I was like, I ain't even bothered watching the end of that part. I was just like, damn. But they like different things. What do I always say? Get your best. What I say? I say get your best body. At least do basic body game, because like I said, I'm gonna start differentiating now. Get your best body. Get your best body, and see which women like it. And they all like different things. And they even assign personalities to how somebody was standing. There were a couple times the women said, "Nah, he's not standing confidently. Look at his stance." All of that, everything. I was like, damn. But I've been saying that they be looking at everything. And then even when they went on a date. Now, what do I always say? I said body game. Body game is the bait. You still gotta talk to them. So I know that show probably pissed off those black pillars thinking, oh, it's just a face. You get some guys thinking it's just a face, but hold up. Hold up. She couldn't really see it. They making a decision before the face. And most of these guys didn't look like no damn Chad. In fact, the person who told me about it said, nah, you see some Chads get rejected. Like one guy looked muscular, look at that model look. The woman rejected him just because he looked like a player. She said, nah, it looked like a heartbreaker. Hey, what do I say though? According to their needs. Like all women don't automatically go for a guy. I've said that before. Sometimes a guy might be too good looking for him. And then, you know, sometimes they look at a guy and say he handsome, but they not turned on. You know, because you got some guys thinking you got to look a certain way. It's like it depends on the woman. That's why I say just focus on your best, see who likes it. And then it cracked me up. I actually called Miss Angel about this. I told her about it. I called her up. I actually called her up. We talked some other stuff about it too. I'll get into it in a second. I called up Miss Angel. I said, girl, they messed up. They invalidated that point they always be talking about online, like, oh, just be tall. This woman rejected the guy for being too tall. Look, in general, when women say tall, just taller than them. It don't have to be all that, but it could always mess you up too. It can mess you up too, depending on the woman. Because that part is really about physical compatibility. Like, there's not enough talk about that. It's like, yeah, I mean, I've been talking more about personality compatibility, but they got to be physical compatibility. And yeah, this dude was significantly taller than her. They don't automatically go for that. Automatically, it depends on the woman. You know, you can get some 4'11" woman still want somebody 6'6", but you know, another one say, nah, he need to be 5'4" for her. You know, and that was the main thing. They were all liking different things. One woman said she didn't want this guy because he was a rugby player. And she was on the slim side. She said, nah, his hips too big. She couldn't ride him good. That's what she said. Which proves my point about women. When they looking at a guy, they thinking about sex. They thinking about sex. And then, you know, like I said, you know, they go on a date and everything. Now, from the ones I saw, the dates didn't work out. Like, they're going on one date. But then it was this one older dude who went on, you know, he got picked out. He was a big bodybuilding motherfucker. Even though he didn't say that's what he did. He was like a cab driver or something. 62 years old. I mean, total body. I mean, just brolic like a motherfucker. Woman picked him. The cameras actually followed them while he picked up and took into a hotel room. And then the dude didn't call her up after that. He hit it and quit it. So they're going on a date and then they'll meet again like a few weeks later. And they're getting into it. I was like, oh shit, that dude just hit it and quit it. But then, like I said, sometimes the women will look at a guy. What if I say sometimes they'll look at him and they be like, nah, he a player. They don't want to mess with him. Shit, they even say something about a study about dad bods. Sometimes they'll get with that muscular guy and everything for short term. There's been several studies on that. But then when they want a family, that dad looking dude gets in. So it depends on what they want. So they, like I said, they looking at the body and trying to figure out some stuff. So yeah, but my man got his. You know, I ain't gonna sit through and watch every damn show to see what's up. But because you get the point, you know, and that's all you had to do. Just check it out, get the point. They looking at everything. They looking at everything. And I'm gonna tell you what, it was controversial because some people didn't like, you know, they showing the nudity and stuff. That's actually a big problem. It's just sex. I mean, come on, man. At some point, you gotta. If you're talking about a relationship, a romantic relationship, y'all gotta get naked at some point. Motherfuckers need to grow the fuck up. Seriously. They need to grow the fuck up. Some people calling it sin and shit. Well, that's why maybe that's why there's a shortage of children in many groups in the world. They ain't comfortable with sex. No, let's just be real with it. I mean, they were just standing there and everything and shit. It's like, get it out the way. And plus, it comes in no matter what. Because one woman, she actually said, look, for real, I know this is going to trigger some people, but she actually said she met this guy real nice and stuff, but his dick wasn't big enough. You know? She just said he was real sweet, but his dick, because she was actually taller than average. So they looking. You know, one woman said she rejected the guy. She didn't like the hair around his penis. One dude had his shit pierced. And a woman questioned that about, damn, if she's sucking it, will this shit get caught? The hook get caught. I was like, God. But they be thinking about all that shit, though. All that shit was doing was just being honest about what women be looking at and thinking about. Because you know we do. Because you know, I guarantee, if it was just a show of men picking just some naked women, only women who might have complained might have been the feminists. And even they might have been like, hey, that's empowering for the women to get up there naked. Yeah. But something else me and Miss Angel talk about, and, you know, if y'all know who she is, man, don't worry about it. So, anyway, anybody follow me a long time know who that is. Been wanting her to do more videos, but, you know, now she got a job she got to show up to. I can just ride around all day. But anyway, right? We was saying, because I saw an article, I forgot what the woman's name is. I think it was somebody on The View. Would like to do an American version of that series. And we say, you know what? Because, like I said, with the British version, these are real people. There's people be talking about Chad or Stacy. Shoot, those women, men and women who be on those shows, they like 1% of 1% of 1% of 1% of the damn population. The rest of everybody else just look normal. But if they did an American version, it wouldn't even be the same thing in my view. It'd be a bunch of women up there. It'd be a bunch of women. You ain't even so much looking at like their prostheses and all that. You're looking at how good their plastic surgeons did them. Be tight body. All of them got the same tight body. I know some guys be like, yeah. And then, you know, the guys on there be all muscular and shit, looking like some porn stars up there with their shit hanging. You know, America, they'll fuck the shit up. Because that was the thing, one thing I actually liked about it. These are all ordinary people. You know, all of them, they had like perfect white teeth and all of that shit. You know, didn't look like no fashion model and everything. Talking about, oh yeah, that's an ordinary person. Because you know, on American reality shows, those are really just people trying to catch a break. Let's just be real, like a bunch of actors. And not that they acting, but they trying to get discovered. Let's just be real. Either by some TV or movie producer or modeling agency. Like, seriously. So, you know, if they do an American version, it'd be like, it wouldn't be the same. Like I said, you'd be like, yeah, damn, she did a good job on that plastic surgery. Shit. You know? Because all the guys, nobody looked fixed up either. All of them kind of looked normal. That's one thing I liked about it. But, as I was saying, it proved my whole point. Okay, the body. Now, the body's always going to be looked at. Oh, let me, you know me. Because, like I said, I've been, like, trained in school how to, like, deal with arguments. Because I know some guys will say, well, you know, men ain't walking down the street naked. Yeah, well, most ain't. But a smart man, he's going to, like, still wear a fit that gives a woman an idea about his frame. So she might not be able to see any blemishes, and they do be looking at the prints to get an idea any damn way. And they can still see your butt dunk. And shoot, depending on you wearing some nice comfortable pants, they can see, like, get an idea about your legs and everything. And that's just during, like, when you fully dressed during the summer, or if you at a beach or something, they see most of everything anyway. But some guys will say it's just the face, but the women ain't going to just stop at the face. They're going to look at everything else. That's a very important consideration. They're going to look at everything else. So even the face, you know, they're going to take in height in consideration. They're going to try to get a frame. That's why, and I've said it several times, like, have some, don't wear no tight shit. Don't wear no tight shit, but wear some clothes that highlight your form good, you know? Like, don't wear some regular shirt, which is loose. Like, when you, if you're going for a dress shirt, don't go for, like, a regular shirt if you've been working out and stuff. Go for like a slim fit, or what they call them, slim fits now, like something tapered or something that highlights your form. You know, the pants, you can still get them, don't get them tight, but still like more tapered and everything, so she can get an idea about your body, and then give her something to wonder about. In fact, some women have told me they'll watch how a man walks to try to get an idea how he'll move in a bedroom, and they, like I said, they will look at that print. They will look at that print, or even if you don't have one, just try to convince them you're a grower. But they still looking at all of that. And then with all of that, still you gotta talk to them. Like I said, from the clips I saw, like when they went on the dates didn't work out. From what I saw. And I don't feel like going through them all to find one that did. I really don't. I ain't that pressed. You know, once I saw the show was like proving my points, that's all y'all need. Just go check it out. In fact, I'll put a clip for a trailer for it in the description box. But it proves my points. And even the point I said, because some people hear me say body game, and which I'm going to start saying basic body game. Some people will you know, they'll act like that's all. There are some people act like that's all I'm saying. It's like, oh, it's just body game. There's always somebody who didn't listen to me, you know? Somebody who didn't listen to me and everything. Oh, real quick, just I thought about it. And somebody, you know, you get somebody who see just up here and say, oh, you ain't practicing body game. Well, first of all, you ain't seeing the whole picture. I'm going to put a clip of when I was doing that 5-course meal so you can see a whole body. I ain't going to tell y'all body game and don't practice and don't be lifting myself. So I'm going to put that clip when I had a 5-course meal when I did 2 supersets of some exercises in my garage. But anyway, what I always say, I say body game is the bait. It's not the only thing. I say it even looks are the bait. I say it even style are the bait. That's just to get them over there, to get them to stop a bit. But one of the things that thing was showing, at least with the clips I saw where the dates didn't work out, they didn't have that connection. You still got to make that connection. You still got to talk to women. There's no magic to it. That's why I always get a free game. I say get started practicing talking to women. Just get in the habit of saying hi to at least 3 women a day. And I've had some feedback. Some guys have said it's really helping. Because I don't care what your bait is and everything. You still got to talk to the woman. And that, like I said, that showed it it showed it in reverse, but that's all the points. That's all the points. You got to hit all those points. Really. Even, and I've said before several times, it's not step by step, but really, in a way, you can see it as a step by step. Like, you got to have a body or a decent body. But no, I say you got to have at least basic body game. Basic body game, just the best body that you can, right? If you want to work and have extreme body game where you look like you can make money as a male exotic dancer, okay, fine. So basic body game, get your body in its best shape and everything. Get your voice right. Even when they were talking about the voice, they were listening to the voice tones and everything. Like, women look at every little thing. They were listening to the voice tones. And they were making decisions based off of that. You know? Even accents. They were like, you know? They were listening to everything. So you work on getting everything to your best. All right, start with that. Make sure you dress well. Or dress to complement whatever your physical form is. And then you just got to talk to them. Have a good time. You know? Have a good time. You know? Now, one thing they didn't get into, I talk to as much. I talk about just like the sexual seduction part. And really, sexual if you talk about seduction, the woman pretty much already, the woman has sex with you, she pretty much already wanted you. You just got to recognize it and don't blow it. Now, they ain't really getting to that part. There probably be some show in about 10 years that actually show them having sex. Seriously. Hey, who thought, hey, 10 years ago, you ain't think they'd do some full frontal nudity, did you? Shit. Yeah. So, you never know. You never know. But you just gotta understand that. You just gotta understand that is everything. What I'm saying. Like with the body game thing. Once again, I'm gonna re-emphasize. That's just to get them over there. You still gotta talk to them and everything. It's still parts. And what usually happens is a man might have a good part. You know, he might have a nice body and everything. But what I always say, a woman will say he was alright till he opened his mouth. You know. And then that other thing, like I said, one of the contestants said, yeah, she messed with this guy real nice, but his joint wasn't there. And the only thing I say to that is learn how to work her. Learn how to work her. Because you only need to be able to get in, just have some girth. And honestly, the best thing for that, I know some guys are ass, make sure your blood flowing right. Eat some foods and everything. Make sure you don't have any problems that mess with your blood flow. You know? So, yeah. But yeah, check it out and everything. It proves my point. Especially about, and it refutes these guys that think, oh, it's just a face. They looking at everything. They looking at every damn thing. You know? But you still gotta have, and really, some people would think it's some complicated ass shit. It's like, no, get your body in its best shape that you can. Dress well, be able to have a good conversation. Isn't that? Just have fun. And even if you got all that, the fact of the matter is there are just going to be some women you don't click with. But if y'all even gone on a date, there was something about you that she liked. Unless, you know, it's a foodie call. But you'll figure that shit out. You know? She'll just want to spend time. Because even, you don't have to go out to eat at first. Y'all can just meet at a bar or meet at a coffee shop and just talk. Very little money. So, anyway, though. Yeah, but check it out. Just check it out. Listen, just all you have to do, just check it out. If you, like, this, the beauty of it is, you can see it for yourself. You don't even have to listen to me. You can see what the women are talking about. Just listen to the women. That's all you have to do. When the women are choosing, when they're making the choices, listen to their criteria. Just listen to it. Like, watch about 5 or 6 shows, and you'll start seeing, oh, okay, they're looking at shit. Like I said, you know, for all I know, I mean, come on, a woman going to have a blindfold on and be sniffing something? I mean, I already know they like smells. I mean, knew that part, but specifically sniffing underarms? Shit. Oh, man. But they checking out everything. And this just proved the point. I've been saying it. You know, anybody who have any intelligence been saying this. So, anyway, though, that's it for now. Y'all have a good weekend, all right? Peace and blessings.